like to welcome all the attendees, those who have joined us here and as well as on YouTube. And for today's webinar, we have three sector skill councils with us. We have the Power Sector Skill Council, we have Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Sector Skill Council, and we also have Sports and Fitness Sector Skill Council. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. So, as always, now all the respective sector skill council one by one will be giving a brief presentation on their sectors, and via their presentation, they will be telling us about their sector, about the past trend in terms of trainees trained and the placements achieved. They'll also be telling us about the futuristic job roles. And in the end, I request that if you can share your contact details in the last slide or maybe in the chat box so that our viewers, our attendees, the institutions, they can contact you so that if they have any query or any doubt in future, they can reach out. So before beginning with the first presentation, I'll just share my screen and because all these webinars are organized keeping in mind the Karma scheme of AICT, that is the Kaushal Augmentation and Restructuring mission of AICT. So I'll just share my screen and give a 2-minute presentation on the scheme. I'm sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, as I was saying, Kaushal Augmentation and Restructuring Mission of AICT, what we call Karma, is launched under Skill Hub initiative. And the primary objective of this scheme is skill enhancement of the community through already existing infrastructure of AICT approved institution through three models. The three models I'll be subsequently explaining you in my coming slides. The features of this scheme is the expected training providers, that is 3,583 polytechnic and around 2,900 engineering colleges. The infrastructure, as I said, is already existing available infrastructure of the technical institutions, and the training can be done even during off working hours or off hours. And the sector is domain specific NSQF aligned short duration courses. And this scheme is launched in self financing mode. The assessment will be carried out by NCVET approved assessment agencies, and the certificates ultimately in the end will bear the logo of Skill India. Talking about the potential of this scheme, so this scheme has a potential to train around 6.5 lakh students a year. This scheme is divided into three models, can be operated or can be implemented in three models. The model one, in which the beneficiary will be school dropouts and the eligibility minimum eligibility will be class 10. In model two, this is for the students who are already studying in AICT approved technical institutions. And model three, which is based on hub and spoke model, in which the institutes will mobilize students of nearby school to enhance their technical skills. So the scheme was launched on 15 December 2021, and as on 19th May, we have around 1,610 institutions already registered for the scheme. The breakdown of different models in which they have opted for, you can have a look on the screen. And the sectors covered under the scheme are more than 65 sectors are covered, so institutes can choose out of them. So this is a very short brief about the scheme. Now, I would request a representative and delegates from the Power Sector Skill Council to please go ahead with your presentation. The Power Sector Skill Council can please start with their presentation. Mr. Atar Singh from Power Sector Skill Council. Am I audible to you? Because you are on mute. Yes, we can see your screen now.
Sir, actually, we are having some problem in loading. And, after that, we can discuss afterwards. After next sector council, till that time we will upload.
Okay, so I will request Mr. Soumya Ranjan then if you can go ahead, you can start with your presentation.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you.
And I'll start. I'll try and share my screen right away.
Sure.
अरे यार क्या है ये आदमी है क्या भाई मुझे नहीं आता है मैं कैसे करूं इसमें बताओ
So, is my screen visible? So, is the screen visible, sir?
Your screen is visible. You can please start. I will request
Yeah.
the IP cell AICTE before we start. Okay, now Atar Singh is muted himself. So please, sir, you can start now.
Thank you, sir. Uh, very good afternoon to all the participants, and I would thank AICT to give us an opportunity to make a presentation for the karma scheme. How can we play some fruitful role? So that's the objective of this presentation. Before we start, I'll just take the participants with the vision and mission of BFSI SSC. In short, I will keep it the the vision of the SSC is aligned well with the PM's objective of creating financial literacy and creating financial inclusion. So these are the two main activities that uh, we are focused upon, and then bringing the digital technology onto forefront, ensuring that people know, understand, and use digital technology to do the financial transactions. So that's one thing that we would like to just one second. So financial literacy, financial awareness across all groups, that is what is the focus. We want to also identify the needs, skill development needs of various subsectors of this wider sector called BFSI. Uh, then we also have to determine the skills and the competency standards which is required for training and validation is the key area, and then affiliation accreditation of the training partners, issuing conducting exam certification is also an focus area. Train the trainer is one more activity that we are involved into, and also I would say that trying to bring the scheduled tribe, scheduled caste community, or the differently able people onto the mainstream is also a focus where we try to see what best can be done over there. As of today, we have have about 8 different qualifications which we are offering. The 8 are there in front of you: business correspondent, credit processing officer, debt recovery agent, insurance agent, microfinance executive, mutual fund distributor, uh, accounts executive. Okay, there's one. Goods and service tax is yet to get approved. It is in the pipeline. It should come get approved in this month. It has just got expired last year. But these are the 8 predominantly very active qualifications which are taken up by students across the country to get either self-employed or employed or wage employed. So the few the NSQF aligned qualifications that we are proposing to bring in, which is going to be uh, is more aligned with what are the changing requirement of the industry, is presented in front of you. uh, MIS data analyst, customer service, ERP associate, credit card associate, broking, operations, broking, sales, financial analysis.
I think there is some issue with Mr. Soumya Singh. I thought there's a problem in my system, but I think he has dropped out. So till the time we wait for him, I will request if we can start with the Power Sector Skill Council. When Mr. Soumya Ranjan joins, we'll resume with banking, financial services, and insurance. So I request Mr. Akanksha Atar Singh, you can start with your presentation, please, on Power Sector Skill Council.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I'll be sharing the PPT, guys.
Your voice is also echoing a lot. Yes, we can see your screen.
Uh, I'm sorry, I think I got disconnected because of some technical error.
Yes.
Can I continue with the presentation, sir? Mr. Sharma?
Yes, yes, you can continue. You can resume.
I'm
Shikantji,
really sorry.
Yeah, no issue. You can continue from where you
Yeah,
left.
yeah, please.
Mr. Kancha, we'll have your presentation after Mr. Soumya finishes. I request please stop sharing as of now. Yes, Mr. Soumya Ranjan, you can please start.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to on the screen. So, so gentlemen, I was just making a statement about the three growth engines of this sector: banking, insurance, and microfinance. And the fourth area is fintech, which is a combination of IT and finance. So most of the you know the technical institution who run engineering programs actually can think of developing courses around data analytics, around AI, blockchain, which is where they have a forte. They have candidates who are captively available over there who can be trained. A part of the finance knowledge can also be inbuilt wherein we can help in. See, basically, BFSI Sector Council is more oriented towards the financial aspect rather than the technical aspect. But if we can come together, definitely we can bring in more value to the table. Looking at the couple of qualifications that we have and the kind of requirement that we see, I have just presented in front of you. The projected employment opportunity for these 6-7 job roles over next 5 years. If you see, there are about nothing less than 2 lakh people required pan India for these 6 job roles. I'm not talking about job roles which are a niche. These are very, very common, can be taken up by people across. Even like microfinance can be taken up by a 10th pass. If there is a 10th pass person around your institute, you can actually conduct a program on microfinance and have these people getting trained and deployed locally. Insurance agent, a continuous requirement of people, irrespective of whether they are 10th pass, 12th pass, graduate, housewife, retired. They can be invited into the institute, training can be given, and they can be deployed. They need not even look for a job. They can start their own small entrepreneurial journey from wherever they are, whatever they are doing parallelly. What we can bring to the institute who are looking forward to conduct trainings on the BFSI job roles. This screen basically will give you idea that companies like SBI General, Axis Bank, Mahindra Insurance Brokers, Aditya Birla Capital, ICICI Lombard, Muthoot Fincorp, Fincare Small. These are some of the companies that I'm listed over here who have come to us saying that can you give us people in not only in metros but in tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 locations. Now that exactly indicates that it is not only Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Madras, Hyderabad that people are being sought after. People are being sought after in places like in Maharashtra, even in deep down, maybe in Akola, Amravati, Gadchiroli, or maybe in around Delhi. If I go beyond Meerut, Gorakhpur, maybe Kanpur, outer Lucknow, people are required, because financial inclusion and financial penetration of financial services is now in. And this is one industry which doesn't really asks you that whether you should come from a technical or a commerce or a science or arts. You can be anybody from any discipline. All you need is a bit of common sense, bit of arithmetic ability, and ability to communicate with human beings. That's more important. And usage of digital tool, because without the digital tool which is available, which is used to do the transaction, transactions will not be possible. So if you see today, the Paytms and the UPIs and the transaction that's happening between a common man and a street vendor is now electronic. But should we do this transaction? Should we go ahead and open accounts for all the street vendors? Is the job that is available to maybe a student from a village? A student from metro may not like it, but there are different things for him. We are proposing that about 2 lakh people need to be trained. I'd rather change the figure to 2 lakh 53 people, 53,000 people need to be trained. Uh, from now onwards, for next minimum for next 5 years, minimum 2 lakh people have to be trained every year to satisfy the industry's requirement. So what part of this number can be taken care under karma is the question that should be given a thought. We have two other things apart from the skilling of youth is reskilling and upskilling. That means existing workforce also needs to be upskilled. People who want to move from one industry to another industry need to be reskilled. So these two activities can also be done parallelly by the institutes. Some of the future skills that will be coming up, typically the financial data business analyst, financial digital marketing is one activity, portfolio manager, wealth manager, cyber security, and then couple of other qualifications that I had mentioned in my previous slides, like research executives who are going to work on equities, derivatives, commodities, forex, and crypto. Very intangible kind of a activity product. But if you see today's CNBCs and the Z News and all those channels which talk about money, they are talking about nothing but these things, like where to invest, what are the risks associated, where you make money, where you can probably lose money. So you need to be updated so that you don't lose money blindly. But these are the avenues which is going to be there, and very interesting, very challenging areas. All we need is people to have a taste getting developed for these products. With that, I will keep my presentation. Being my presentation is the last slide. Any institute who wants to approach us for inputs, wants to sign a MOU, whether they want our help for providing training partners or for employment, they want to bring in, they want us to help them bring companies to their campus. My email ID is there, ranjan.soumya@bfsissc.com. My mobile number is there, 82912 I would be more than happy to reply and assist institutions, colleges, polytechnics, ITIs, Pan India. Huge requirement. Uh, all we need is to come together and work. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Swami Ranjanji. It was a nice, informative presentation on the sector.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Now I request our sector skill council. Please, now you can go ahead with your presentation.
I will.
We can see your screen.
आगे भी वीडियो ये कंट्रोल्स ये वीडियो स्क्रीन क्या यार बोल सकते हैं आवाज जाएगी Good afternoon, everybody. I am Ravi P. Singh, CEO, PSSC. Am I audible to everybody?
You are audible. You are audible. You can hear you.
We have already loaded the presentation. Is it visible?
Yes, yes. Your slide is visible. First slide.
A little information about power market. The total installed capacity as on date is around 400 gigawatts. The solar power is 48511 megawatt. Wind power is 40033 megawatt. Nuclear power is 6780 megawatt. Thermal is 2,34,693 megawatt. For power transmission, we have 4,82,000 circuit kilometer of transmission lines. Substation capacity in total is 9,56,000 MVA. I would like to inform everybody that we are in concurrent sector. State is also responsible, central is also responsible, and private is also doing it. The generation is in central sector also, in state sector also, in private sector also. Transmission is also with state, center, and private. It is only distribution where central government is missing. Distribution is done by state governments or private players. Next slide. Here are our promoters in Power Sector Skill Council. The major PSUs, NTPC, Power Grid, BHEL, REC, PFC. The private players such as Lee Grant, Adani, Schneider, Reliance. So far, we have trained 1,89,774 trainees, out of which 1,55,376 candidates have been certified. The assessors certified are 1453, the assessors trained are 1659, the trainers trained are 3340, training for trainers. Then the trainers certified are 2866. Candidates got placement are 38,378. The futuristic job roles we are offering market operation. I think now there is an exchange available in power where merchant power can be traded. So market operation will look after all those things like power trading, power, POSOCO, PTC. The job of these PSUs is being put in market operation. System operation is grid code and things about systems. EV charging station, electric vehicle charging technicians, carbon emission control, operation and maintenance of substation, industrial automation, cyber security in power sector, customer care executives, engineer hydro generation. Very soon we will be coming with all these job roles. NOS preparation is in progress. In fact, EV charging technician is available as on date. We have commissioned one center of excellence in collaboration with National Institute of Solar Energy, Schneider Electric, and it is already available and functioning at Faridabad Gurgaon Road in the solar energy campus. Last year, we have conducted so many training for trainers and assessors in this, from this center of excellence. LMIS portal is already developed and is available. Academics in collaboration with Tata Power for conducting training of trainers and training of assessors have been set up at Shahad in Maharashtra, Vidya Vihar in Maharashtra, and Maithan in Jharkhand. We are further collaborating with Schneider Electric for setting up of labs, public workshops in NSTIs at Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, Howrah, Kanpur, and Hyderabad. Under Karma scheme, we wish to offer initially these 3 job roles. First is engineer transmission. The entry level is shown there. You can see it is post-graduation in electrical electronics or BE BTech with 1 year relevant experience or 12th pass. We propose to club it in your engineering curriculum from 6th semester onwards. 570 hours. All these 3 job roles are for 570 hours. Engineer distribution is similar to engineer transmission. Only the subsector is different. As I told you, there are 3 distinct subsectors: generation, transmission, and distribution. Right now, the need is more in distribution and transmission. Junior engineer distribution is also one role we like to offer to diploma students in their 2nd year. These are the equipment list we have made, which would be needed by us to be available in engineering colleges if we run these 3 courses. The roadmap will be like this. The courses shall be taught through training providers or initially or by training the faculty of the college. I think initially we'll go ahead with TPs and very soon we'll be able to train the faculties in colleges and then go ahead. Training of trainers can be conducted for the faculty of the colleges to train them in the job roles of PSSCs. Initially 3 job roles we are offering, but we can extend it to much many courses. Content already has been developed, but we'll review in consultation with AICTE and engineering colleges or polytechnics, looking into the fact that what they are really missing or what they are really covered. Assessment we propose to do ourselves unless many assessors are available in the colleges and universities nearby. This is the coordinator's name, Mr. Atar Singh. He is head skill development. His phone number is here. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much for your presentation, and I will request Power Sector Skill Council as well as Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Sector Skill Council to please share your presentation with us.
I beg your pardon, sir.
I request if you can share the presentation with us on the same mail. That will be really helpful.
Sir, immediately.
Yes, sir. We will do that, sir. We'll do that.
Thank you. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, I received a call from Sports and Fitness Sector Skill Council. They won't be able to join us, but we will ensure that we'll be subsequently having one more webinar in which all the Sector Skill Council, those who have missed, total 3 in number, we'll be having a separate webinar for all of them. Now, I request all the attendees, if they have any query pertaining to the Sector Skill Council or any query in their mind, they can please raise their hand. Any question? I will share the Karma email ID with you so that if you have any query pertaining to the scheme, you can drop us a mail and we'll be responding to you. It is in the chat box. That is karma@aict-india.org. So with this, on behalf of AICT, I would like to thank Mr. Soumya Ranjan from Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Sector Skill Council and his team. And I would also like to thank the CEO of Power Sector Skill Council for sparing your time and delivering informative and knowledgeable presentation about your sector. And I would also like to thank all the attendees here as well as on YouTube for coming in good numbers for this webinar. So thank you so much and thank you for delivering this presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
This will end this webinar. Thank you.
Yeah.